Hi, this is Loki with Blue Collar Prepping, and this is my hunting bag. And today we're going to play a rousing game of what has it got in its pockets. So, this is my general loadout for any hunting trip. This bag gets used basically between Labor Day and sometimes as far down as St. Patrick's Day. Generally we're done hunting by the 1st of March, but there's some stuff that extends into March. This time of year, the bag is mostly configured for predator hunting and some small game. Earlier in the season, it would have stuff in it for big game hunting, this is the basic loadout. Stuff gets added and subtracted depending upon what time of year it is and what I'm doing. But I'd like to go through the pockets and I'll show you what I have with me at any given point in time on the mountain, in the field, wherever I happen to be. So, we start with this little pocket down here in the very front. I have bug spray and sunscreen. As I said, this bag gets used starting, first part of September, and it's still sunny, hot, bugs are out, and sunburns are not your friend. Those pretty much live in the bag. This pocket here, it's got a bunch of organizers net in it. So there have Lansky Quad Sharp, because when you're cleaning big animals, sharp knife is critical. Ibuprofen, pain, soreness, it's just a good thing to have around. Hand sanitizer, you mess with some of these animals, they get bugs, things on them, it's just worth having around anyways. This is even without COVID. Couple pieces of Ear Pro, standard safety stuff. Gum. If you're sitting in a stand, in a blind, something like that, it helps keep your mouth from going dry, keeps you a little more occupied, helps you focus a little bit. Kind of an unsung hero, but something I do generally keep in the bag. And also in this pocket is my Havalon animal dressing knife. And I'll go into more detail on this later, but it is an interchangeable blade knife. It's effectively a folding scalpel. Incredibly sharp, very useful for cleaning animals. I also have spare blades for it in here. I'll go into more detail on that in another video, because it is just a very nice piece of hardware for big game dressing mostly. On this side of the pack, no, it's on this side of the pack, I'm sorry, I have one side, where's that? Alright, I'll get to that pocket in a second, as I'm working over that. The front pocket here has 2 rolls of bright pink flagging tape. Use that one if you're tracking a game animal. Mark place you shot, place you found signs when you're tracking it. If you happen to lose the trail, it makes it real easy to go back, find your last point, and reestablish your track. It's one of the ways that I don't lose animals. It's a matter of pride for me. I've never lost one. Came real close one year, but never lost one. And this is one of the tools that I use to not lose an animal. So, now we have, this is the side pocket I was talking about. It's actually an empty pocket right now. This is where I keep snacks, things like that. If I'm out all day, I want food, granola bars, stuff, water bottle or something in there. Keep you going, keep you smart, keep you alert. In the front main pocket here, there's 2 big main pockets on this bag. And this bag is nothing special. It's a spare bag we had laying around. It happens to be a tough bag with a bunch of pockets, and so it's just a good, useful bag for what I was doing. This pocket has my UST waterproof box fire starting kit. This is the one I showed off a while ago. It's got a lighter, some tinder, a ferro rod, all in a waterproof box, and straps, cordage, various other small attachment pieces. When I'm hunting big game, I carry a pack frame with me as well, and I can strap this to that frame. But if I do get an animal that I have to quarter to bring out, those are used to secure that animal to the frame. Makes it a whole lot easier to try and pack out a very large animal. And it's also just generally useful to have cord straps, things like that in the field anyways. The rest of this pocket is general purpose, anything I might need. This ammo, whatever that I might need to toss in the bag for whatever I'm hunting at that particular time. And in the last pocket, the big pocket, I carry some other miscellaneous hardware. So this pocket has any documentation. This happens to be a Scats and Tracks identifying book for if I run into an animal I'm not familiar with. There's plenty of them out there I haven't played around with as much. Hunting and fishing regulations. If I have licenses, tags, they hang out in here. My compass lives in this one. Maps, that kind of thing. Other knives that I carry with me. This is an old one. It's more of a good luck charm than anything I actually use in the field anymore, but it was my grandfather's knife he taught me all my basic knife skills with, so it's kind of a good luck charm more than anything, but it doesn't weigh much, doesn't take up a ton of space. It's worth having for me. It's a thing in my head. And then this is an interchangeable blade Kershaw that has a fillet knife, a standard clip point, and a bone saw, which is the main reason I carry it, for that saw. Just a really good knife for breaking down big pieces of animal. I've had that for a great many years, and it stays with me. And then also in this pocket, I carry calls. As I said, we're having predator time. This is one of my predator howling calls. I also have a couple of small animal calls. So that's where I'm keeping those particular calls. If I was duck hunting, I have duck calls in there. I don't try to turkey hunt, but I would have, whatever appropriate call, whatever I needed in there. That happens to be a padded pocket, kind of protects them, keeps them warm, because cold calls don't perform as well, and that's the side that's against my back, so it gives them the most warmth I can possibly give them in a bag. One other pocket this bag has on it that I really like is this mesh pouch over on this side here. It happens to be sized big enough to hold a 1 liter or 32 ounce, if you want to call it that way, Nalgene bottle fairly securely. Gives me enough water for a couple hours without having to worry about carrying more. If we're just out for a morning bird hunt, something like that, that gives me plenty of water to keep around. Just a good place, a good way to carry it. Like I said, with specific hunts, I'll tune it for specific things. I'll have whatever particulars. There's plenty of spare room in the bag. It also has a belt strap and a chest strap. Makes it far easier to carry when I have a load on. It's one thing to look for in a day pack like this is a belt strap, in particular a chest strap. Takes the load off of up here, pulls it in a little bit, makes it more stable and a whole lot easier to carry. Thank you very much.